Answer, no. Question, why not? Answer, because I wanted to make sure he was sleeping. Question, at some point after 4:30, do you make sure he's sleeping? Answer, yes. Question, and what do you do at that point in time? Answer, well, it took me several attempts to get off the bed because if he made any movement at all, I didn't think he was really sleeping. So it was about 6 o'clock I finally left the house. Question, where did you go to? Answer, Shop City. Question, and what did you do at Shop City? Answer, I asked one woman for help and I had my dog with me and she said, well, you can't bring your dog in the store. Question, I'm sorry, we didn't get there yet. So you go to Shop City, which store do you go to? Answer, oh, I'm sorry, Tops, PC, whatever it is now, because it's the first store and I knew it would be open. Question, and did you tell them what happened? Answer, yeah, once I got to the service desk, I told them what happened. Question, and how long after you told them what happened did they call the police or 911? Answer, oh my God, they called instantly. Question, and how quickly were the police and an ambulance over to where you were at Tops? Answer, minutes. Question, now at some point did you go to the hospital? Answer, yes. Question, could you describe for the jury the nature of your injuries? Answer, I had a stab wound to the back, a collapsed lung, broken eye socket, cuts and stitches in my face, bruising, and broken teeth. Question, at any point in the day from the time you woke up in the morning on the 28th through that incident, through the time that you left the house at 6 o'clock in the morning, what was the only time that you saw Mark use drugs? Answer, after he killed my daughter. Question, and before that? Answer, no. And this is the cross-examination by Ms. Burrell. Question, how old are you now, Kim? Answer, 45. Question, and you're unemployed? Answer, yes. Question, and you were unemployed last summer, correct? Answer, yes. Question, there are 3 or 4 levels to your house? Answer, yes. Question, and how many doors are there to the house? Answer, 2. Question, the side door and the front door? Answer, yes. Question, and there's no back door or any other mode of entry? Answer, no. Question, how about windows? Are there windows? Answer, yes. Question, and I think you testified that you dated Mark for 5 months? Answer, yes. Question, and during that time, he's on disability? Answer, yes. Question, and so he received money each month, correct? Answer, yes. Question, and he did pay the rent for a lot of those months? Answer, no. Question, he paid some bills, correct? Answer, never. Question, he never paid one bill? Answer, never. Question, so if your friends told police officers that he was paying the bills, they'd be incorrect? Answer, absolutely. Question, and on the date of this incident, I believe let's call it the 28th in the morning, you walked down to the mini-mart or you drove down in your car to the mini-mart? Answer, I walked to the store with my daughter. Question, in the afternoon you walked to the store with your daughter to buy cigarettes, correct? Answer, yes. Question, but I think in some of your interviews, you were interviewed a lot of times and I understand that, but one of them you said you went to the mini-mart with your car early in the morning that morning? Answer, yes, and it was acting funny like it didn't want to drive. Question, but you drove it, is that correct? Answer, barely, yes. Question, and did you drive it several other times in the afternoon after Mark had left the house? Did you drive it back and forth down to Shop City? Answer, no. Question, so if your neighbors saw you doing that, they would be incorrect? Answer, yes, I drove it one time. Question, okay. And on the 27th, day before this incident, you argued with him over him getting into your Facebook, correct? Answer, yes. Question, and he found an old post. You're saying it's an old post. It wasn't a new post about an encounter that you had with a guy, another guy, not Mark. Answer, yes, it was like 2009. Question, but it was on your Facebook and it was on there and he found it, correct? Answer, yes. Question, and it might have been hard to interpret when exactly the date was that it all happened. Isn't that true? In other words, he wouldn't have seen the date 2009. If he was going through, he probably just saw it on Facebook. Answer, no, posts are dated. He went into my messenger. He went into, it wasn't necessarily my Facebook. It was my messenger of the people that I correspond responded with, and they are dated. Question, and you're saying this post was from 2009? Answer, yeah. Question, and did you tell him that it was from 2009? Answer, yes. Question, and anyway, you did tell the officers that you confronted him and you were fighting with him about this? Answer, yes. Question, and at about 9:30 a.m., after you had a fight that morning, correct? On the 28th, like at 9:30 in the morning? Answer, an argument. Question, well, you had an argument because your daughter went to the neighbor's house and called the police, correct? Answer, oh, yes, yes. Question, and your daughter told the police that you were being choked, but you denied that to the police officer, is that correct? Answer, I don't remember being choked, yes. Question, okay, and therefore they told you that they were escorting Mark out for the day, correct? Answer, yes. Question, and you didn't see him from the time he was escorted out until the time he was lurking around the neighbor's yard at 6 o'clock p.m., correct? Answer, yes. Question, so if he took drugs during that time, you wouldn't have seen him doing it, correct? Answer, yes. Question, now I also, during that time, at some point, you were out under your gazebo drinking beer with your daughter, is that correct? Answer, I had a beer, yes. Question, and so did she? Answer, absolutely not, she does not drink. Question, so if you told the officer that, Officer Collins, Detective Collins, that you and your daughter were both having a beer, that would be incorrect? Answer, that would be incorrect. Question, she just misunderstood what you said? Answer, I would think so, yes. Question, and did you also tell her that you had a couple Klonopin pills that Mark had given you, or that you got from Mark that day? Answer, no. Question, so if she noted in her notes that you drank a beer, at least one beer, and you took 2 of Mark's Klonopins, she got the story down wrong? Answer, if anything, I took my Valium that I'm prescribed. Question, you've never taken any of Mark's Klonopin pills? Answer, no. Question, and you never gave them to any of your friends to take any of his pills? Answer, no. Question, you knew Mark was taking several different kinds of drugs for different prescriptions, different pain medications, and he was prescribed other drugs, correct? Answer, I knew of a few drugs, yes. Question, if you were taking Valium that day, why did you tell Detective Collins that you took his Klonopin, as opposed to just stating that you took your Valium? Answer, I don't know. I'm not sure where that statement came from. Question, now the front of your house between your front door and the street is about 20 feet? Answer, yeah, yes. Question, it's a pretty short distance. You have a short driveway? Answer, yes. Question, did you tell Officer Collins that Mark trades with his buddies? He trades the Klonopin and he smokes that as well as other drugs? Answer, I've never seen Mark smoke drugs. Question, never? Answer, never that day. Question, but you've seen him smoke drugs in the past? Answer, not before that day, never. Question, never? So if Officer Collins in her notes from your interview said that you said earlier in the day that you took Klonopin earlier and that day, not prescribed, and you got them from Mark and he trades with his buddies and you smoked all of it, that would be inaccurate? Answer, I never smoked drugs. Question, okay. You're sure you've never smoked drugs? Answer, I'm positive. Question, you've never taken any cocaine? Answer, no. That day he made me. Question, were you able to smoke the cocaine or you were? Answer, he wanted me to smoke it and he kept telling me to inhale and I couldn't inhale. Question, so you couldn't inhale it, is that what you're saying? Answer, right. Question, and you're sure that you took heroin that day? Answer, that's what you told me. Question, I just want to get it straight. So you took heroin that day? Answer, yes. Question, okay. So at some point after Mark came back at 6 o'clock, he came back and that's when the Palmasanos came to your house and they kind of told you he was lurking in the yard, like on his knees or whatever, lurking in the yard? Answer, the Palmasanos never came to my house. She called my daughter and told my daughter that Mark was lurking in the backyard. Question, so Mr. Palmasano never came over and went like this to you? Answer, he was on his deck. His deck overlooks my backyard. Question, so you were told that Mark was lurking around in the backyard? Answer, He just made a motion like that, and he in fact was working in the backyard. Question, okay, and he then, that was it about 6 o'clock, correct? Answer, times are, question, your times are skewed, answer, question, okay. And then your daughter called the police again, answer, no, because that's when Mark came in the backyard, walked past us into the house, and asked if we were coming along. Question, okay. There was a time when you were all talking in the back of the gazebo, correct? Answer, that who was talking